Welcome back to Out and About Today. I'm Tam Wheeler. Over the years, we've highlighted a number of GLBT groups associated with our area schools and colleges. We've sat down with students from TSU, MTSU, and Vanderbilt, as well as students from local high schools. It may surprise you to learn that Belmont University has denied this group's formation on their campus. Our guest tonight is Robbie Maris, Belmont student and founder and president of Bridge Builders. Thanks, Robbie, for coming in.
Thank you.
Let's start with, we know what's happened, but let's start with a little history of the Bridge Builders.
Sure.
Because that didn't just happen. When did the group form?
The group formed in the late summer of '09, so 2 summers ago.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm just like, why isn't there a group on campus? And so it started off as a Facebook group. And
is it a social group, a support group, a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Social support, you know, and in our language, in our, you know, mission statement and rationale, it's not just for the LGBT community or allies, it's for dissenters too. We want to have a conversation. So it's all those things.
And although it's not an official group, it has some support. What are your numbers of people who are at least interested in this group and are participating in some level?
Yes, you know, interest on our Facebook page is 270 people on it currently, and the people who engage socially and come to our meetings and whatnot is a total of 60. So.
Right, which is comparable, I know, to the other groups on other campuses. So you have the support. There is a need. So last semester, you go and approach the administration about making this a formal group on the university. And what happens? Take us through that process.
Yeah, last semester, we went to Student Affairs the first time to turn in our paperwork. And that stage 1, that passed on to stage 2, which is the Student Life Committee on the Faculty Senate. And that passed majority, I think it was 8-1. And then that went on to the provost office. And the provost last semester told us that Bridge Builders would be put under review. And that is where the discussion group formed that was university sponsored.
Right.
And so, you know, we got that as a maybe from the provost. This semester, we learned that it was a definite no.
And when you go back to applying, you have the necessary support and paperwork. You have a faculty sponsor or somebody. You've dotted all your I's.
Yep.
Okay. And so this time you only get to stage 1.
Yes.
Right. And what is the official reason for denial of this group?
Yeah, the Office of Student Affairs just said, based on the decision last semester on Bridge Builders and just the administration's view on GLBT issues, we would not be able to go through the process. We were able to turn it into the Student Affairs Office, but we could not go any further.
Right.
So.
And so it's discouraging, of course, and but you're not just accepting that.
Exactly.
So what have you been doing to try to get some change happening?
Yes. Recently, we've been heading up a petition and gaining signatures. The first round that we got 600 signees, and this past Friday we added to that, and now we're over 1,000. So.
Right, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And when will you approach the administration again? Will this be next semester? You'll go through the exact same motions and apply again to be an organization? Is that what you'll do?
You know, it's hard to say. I think it's worth a shot, you know. Still saying, you know, we still exist. We're not going away. But based on this semester, you know, we know what we'll get into. We know that we won't go on to stage 2. We'll be stuck at stage 1 with student affairs. Right.
And when you're trying to get these signatures, you want people associated with Belmont. You want to tell the administration that people who are working at Belmont are alums. Do you want alumni to come out? How can somebody show their support for you that are associated with Belmont? Where would they go to sign this petition?
Yeah, they can email me, or they can go on Facebook to our fan page and contact me. And, you know, I think maybe what we'll do is set up an alum signing and hold that somewhere where hopefully alum can free up their time and come and sign it.
Great. And it's facebook.com/Belmont Bridge Builders. Let me just close on this note, because we talked before the segment started. What do you feel like the climate is? And I'm not arguing that there's not a need for this group, because of course there is. Being in the GLBT community, how do you feel Belmont's environment is for you?
Yeah, you know, my experience is a lot different than other people's experiences. My roommate, for example, has a very different experience than I do, but as far as my experience goes, just with the signatures and being kind of the face, being the president, I haven't received too much, hostility or anything for what I'm doing at Belmont. But just, I think with the signature signing, we do see people's true colors.
Sure.
Oh, definitely I'll sign that, or no, I'm definitely not for that.
Right.
So.
Well, thank you, Robbie, for your work and for coming in today. Good luck with this.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for today. See you next time on Out and About Today.